St. Lucia, good morning to you. Wake up, rise and shine. We have some popping colors extra today. I have Errol Fabian here with us. He brought his own green screen to,
That's right.
so making his own magic here with us on this morning. But let me welcome you to St. Lucia. Well, welcome you back because I know you're not a stranger here to us.
Not at all. I'm a Lucian.
Now, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here on the island right now.
Well, this trip, I am the guest of DramaCan. It's my first time working with them. They're having this intense, I will have to say, because it's just 4 days, intense acting workshop for teenagers. And it's getting them ready for a major production they do in August called Short Skits and Sketches.
Nice. Now, with that, what is the experience, with the group and the kids that you've been interacting with? How has the, sort of the synergy been?
It's been great. We hit the ground running. Those children are really magnificent. And I think about 80% of them, I have their attention 90% of the time. You don't get all,
Yeah.
But we're doing good stuff. And what I'm seeing is very encouraging. I've seen some bright stars. I'm not calling any names. And, you always find in the group those who come there to hide and not be seen. And,
Right.
But there's some young ladies and young men there who are some really bright, shining stars.
Well, you know what I love too? We had a chance to catch up with them and speak with a few of the persons participating. And one thing that they said, definitely I can tell you have their attention, because one person was saying, one thing they'll never forget is that you telling them, don't be afraid to look stupid. And,
That's
they
right.
said it. I'm like, I swear I was hearing you speaking. That's number one. And a few others express how they, it's helped them evolve and grow and come out of their shell. And I think that's really what the whole movement is about, just to broaden our minds and realize what the arts can really do. Now, I know you have an extensive career. We know you as a comedian, television personality, radio personality. There's so many different dynamics to you. So how did things start for you? Where did this all begin?
Oh, wow. That is a long time ago. You're trying to make me remember that.
I didn't want to call no age.
It's a long time ago. I grew up in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And in the village where I grew up, which was not a very big village, I belonged to a big family. It was 9 of us. And sometimes when there was a birthday in the family, we would do a little concert. Mm-hmm. So I belonged to the EDE trio, Eleanor, Donna, and Errol. And we always did like cover versions of songs. Mm-hmm. Well, we always tried to, because I could never remember the words and I could never keep the tune. So everybody is always laughing at me from small, And my father thought he was a comedian. Mm-hmm. I assure you he was not. But he really was convinced that he was. So he would often come home and tell us, hear this one, and call everybody, all 9 of us. Mm-hmm. Hear this one, Always had a joke to give us, I had a great childhood, Really, really good. My parents, my father is my hero, and my mother is easily the greatest woman who has ever had anything to do in my life or with my life. And from there, I just kept on finding myself in situations. I never planned this life or this career. Mm-hmm. I kept finding myself in situations that brought out this entertainer who dwells in me.
Now, I want to kind of get inside your mind a little bit.
We're
going to operate. But what is it like, when you have to prepare yourself, whether it's for an acting role or maybe for a comedic skit?
A big part of how I prepare is clearing my head. Mm-hmm. Because art is so much in the moment, mm-hmm. And I relish being in the moment. Well, if it's for a play, of course, I go to all my rehearsals that I could get to, mm-hmm. and I get my lines. I have to have a sense of the whole. That's me. I need to have a sense of the whole play. And once the rehearsal process is done, and I've internalized it, I know the piece, mm-hmm. then I try to clear my head. Because you never know who's going to drop which line where. So I can't be like a robot out there. I'm ready to dive and catch this line, or try to pull back there, or wait for somebody to catch me because mm-hmm. I make a boo-boo or whatever it is, My process is really one of knowing the work and then clearing my head.
All right. Right. So, all of us who are in this field, so even thinking, that's just some tips. That's what I was kind of doing indirectly for you, getting you some of the secrets of the trade. Now, listen, another thing I want to ask you just before we wrap up, too, because you've well traveled, so much experience, in the various fields. For us as Caribbean people, our culture, our language is so colorful. What do you think we have to offer on the grand scheme, on the world stage, with just our whole cultural background and who we are?
Well, I feel we are here to save the world. I really feel so. Caribbean people are very, very special people. Our ability to live with each other. If you look at Trinidad, for example, on one street you'll find a mosque, you'll find a masjid, you'll find a Catholic church, you'll find Hindu. Everybody, we all participate in everything. When it's Hindu, when it's Diwali time in Trinidad, everybody in sari and everything. When it's emancipation time, everybody in the African wear. When is Eid time, everybody going by the Muslim family or friend, I get a sense of that in all of the region, we always ready to embrace each other. And that is something I think the world needs to learn from us. Additionally, we need to teach them how to cook. For heaven's sake, get a life, get a Caribbean friend and learn to cook some good food.
Because we have that flavor.
Oh, God, we have that.
So here we are, St. Lucia again, just nice light chat in the morning, Caribbean talk. That's how we have to do it, and it's just such a pleasure to have Errol here. No formalities anymore, because we are family now. And you have your green, and mentioning saving the world, so I know now why the green is here, not just green screen, but that's the Hulk shirt, so superhero. So Errol, you're welcome anytime. I look forward to meeting you again.
The pleasure is all mine, it really is.
And listen, it's just an honor meeting you, sharing this with the rest of our family here who keep viewing on DBS. And just keep up the great work that you're doing, because this is our next generation, the new crop, and greater things to come. So all the best with your workshop.
Thank you. I believe in you. I believe in them. Yeah.
Good. And that's how we do it, St. Lucia's. Positive vibrations, a little inspiration in the morning, keeping it nice and light. Kind of keep that tone and vibe for yourself too, because you know what? We have the whole day still to go. So make sure you keep it positive. Wake up St. Lucia, good morning to you, and thank you for joining us. It is DIY Fridays. Yes, it is back, and we're so happy to have Mr. Adam Azeh here with us. How are you today?
Good, and I'm really happy to be back too. Too many people are saying, they missed the program, so here we are. We're going to start again.
Good stuff. Well, what are we going to start off with today?
Okay, today we're going to use this old or refillable, reusable disinfectant bottle. It's a plastic bottle, and we're going to make a caddy, a wall caddy for you to put your stuff in. So first I draw the design, and then I'm going to cut it out. Okay? Now I'm using a utility knife. You can get this at one of the hardware store. It cuts the bottle really nicely. With some of these bottles, you can actually use the scissors to cut it. But this one is a little thick, so I'm going to use the knife. And you can put any design on it. It doesn't have to be a flower. I just find this interesting to do. Let me see if I can cut it with the scissors. Okay, so it doesn't really take a long time to cut out your design. And there you have it. Okay, that's the cutout. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint. Now I'm gonna paint. And there you have it. I mean, you can be more elaborate with your design and what you want to do.
All right, St. Lucia, so that was your DIY Friday, still bringing you something interesting and creative to do, and an avenue for you to do something fun with the family or by yourself. De-stress. These things help to bring it out. And also, if you think you have what it takes to be a soca size instructor, then this is your lucky moment, because we are looking to recruit. And if you are positive, if you're full of energy, if you love your soca music, and of course, if you are ready to lead the wine, then this is for you. So take advantage of the information on the screen. And of course, we look forward to seeing you and giving you a quick heads up at that. Ayana is also going to be coming down. She's the founder of Soca Size. She'll be in St. Lucia very soon. We're going to make sure we get her on this morning to really get up close and personal with her, because we know how you guys love your Soca Size. And there's a special masterclass coming up. We'll have more information next week for you, okay? So with that said, this is our Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling upbeat, full of energy. So should you, because you're part of our family. Want to say all the shout outs to everybody we love, everybody we care about, all those celebrating birthdays this weekend as well. Make sure you live it up to the max. And don't forget, stay positive, stay blessed, and we look forward to seeing you come on Monday.